My name is Rochelle Rocha. Welcome to my neighborhood pharmacy. Today I'm here to talk to you about the prescription. Like this. When you used to go to the doctor, and maybe still today, you're getting a piece of paper that has your name, your address, your date of birth, and some critical information about what is being prescribed for you. What's required to be on a prescription is some unique identifiers about you because we don't want to confuse you with somebody else. Maybe there's somebody else at your doctor's office or your pharmacy that has exactly the same name as you. And so when that is the case, we need your birth date or a telephone number or an address so that we can make sure that the right person is getting the medication. The next thing on your prescription is the name of the medication. Now, did you know that a drug has two names? Every drug has a brand name. A brand name is given to a medication by the inventors of the drug. So some scientist at a pharmaceutical company has invented a molecule and they've researched it and it's safe and it's going to hit the market. It has a brand name. After 17 years of having exclusive marketing rights on this patented medication, any number of other generic manufacturers can produce that medication. So the generic name is the name all the different manufacturers use to describe that brand name product. A lot of these names don't really make a lot of sense, and so that's why you might not be able to read your prescription, is because you're getting the brand name or a generic name of a medication prescribed for you. Now we need to know what strength we're giving it and in what format. So is it a tablet or is it a liquid, and how many milligrams or how many micrograms or how many units. The next thing is instructions, and you definitely can't read the instructions because they're written in Latin. Why are they written in Latin? Not really sure why they did that, but I think it comes from a system, a very patronizing system of the doctor's going to take care of you and we know what's best for you. So we're, all the health professionals, going to communicate in a language that you can't understand because you just need to trust us. So that's changed a little bit. We really now want people to understand what medication they're taking and why they're taking it and what it looks like and when it's expected to work. You know, at one time they used to actually dispense placebos to people on purpose to see if it would affect their medical condition. So we don't do that anymore. We give you the best medication, but that's why you can't read it. It's because it's written in Latin. And so there we go. We got Latin instructions, and then we have a quantity. How many we're supposed to give you and how often. And a prescription is always dated because we want to make sure that you're taking the medication at the time when you actually have the condition, not a year or two later. So there are, you know, expiry date guidelines on prescriptions. Like you can't really fill a prescription that's more than a year old. The last thing on there is the doctor or the prescriber's signature. And normally I can't read that either. They usually write their license number on the bottom, and you will get to know a doctor's signature over time for sure. But that license number is a very important number for us to have, because if we can't figure out who is the doctor working in Emerge today, we can use that number to research who they are and where their official places of practice are. So that's the elements of a prescription. We have to have all of that information, the right drug, the right patient, the right dose, the right brand or generic, and the right prescriber. All of these elements are necessary to perform a billing. So if you have third-party drug insurance, we need to have all of those things correct in order for your prescription to be paid. So that's what's on a prescription. You get a prescription either on a piece of paper like this that the doctor leaves that leaves with you when you leave the office, or the dentist or whoever. The other way that prescriptions come to pharmacies is they are faxed to us. And pharmacies will have either a regular fax machine, and our fax machine here is actually computer programmed, so we don't hear a fax going off when a prescription comes in. It just gets into our computer system. The other way that we get prescriptions is through a medical electronic prescribing system called Prescribe IT. And Prescribe IT allows the doctor, with all of that information, to automatically populate my computer system. So the name, your unique identifiers, the drug name, and all of that automatically populates into my system. So as time has evolved, the tools and technology that we use to fill your prescription improve. And when the doctor's office can automatically just enter that information into my system, it does reduce the chance of the incorrect drug being interpreted on that handwritten prescription. And that's everything you need to know about what is a prescription.